Welcome to No Match for a Blaster, a Star Wars role-playing podcast. Season 2, Episode 44, To Heist or Not to Heist. I'm your temporary host and hut dietitian, Bobby Abney. If you're new here, No Match for a Blaster is an actual play podcast, featuring the Morality Plays crew playing the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. Here at Morality Plays, we're going to be making a few changes, since Ito has recently started a great new day job. Don't worry, this won't affect our normal release schedule for most listeners, but it does mean that we'll be unable to do early releases on Fridays for our Patreon backers. So, keep an eye out on our Patreon and on our social media profiles for more information about new backer rewards. If you have any rewards you'd like to see, feel free to let us know on Twitter at morality_plays or on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster. Speaking of Patreon, it's time to thank our Nerf Herder of the Week, David Ruth, and our Blaster Head of the Week, Pineapple. Thank you, patrons. To be our next Blaster Head or Nerf Herder of the Week, be sure to subscribe to us on Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. So, get your shopping bags ready, because we're returning to the crew of the Atheon, as they've just landed back on Julius Station. Open. Moff Spozak's intelligence log. After mitigated success in obtaining an ancient Mandalorian weapon meant to kill Jedi, and a single activated kyber crystal to power it, agents of the New Republic Defense Force must continue preparations for their upcoming battle against the First Order and Sith Lord Deridian Thask. Meanwhile, on Julius Station, local information broker Ushal Mortov is formulating her own plans to raid a major bank on Coruscant. Close intelligence log.
Well, with that, do you guys take off and go to Julius?
Yep, onward.
And upward.
But first, we need to reroll Force of Destiny.
Oh no. Those are my dark side points.
It was worth a try.
Alright. You take off to Julius. Chohif will stay in the conference room. He'll still kind of futz around with the thing. I don't know if anyone pops their head. Does anybody go in there, pop his head in, interact with him while he's in there at all?
I feel like he wants to stay away from me. But, yeah, Kamaya probably tries once or twice to talk and check in and see how things are. Because she's still trying to figure out some of this stuff, too. She might want to go talk about, like, the crystals and his progress and what he's trying to do. And then maybe, like, her experience in that chamber, if he wants to hear about it.
He probably won't be very talkative at all, but I want you to roll me a thing.
Okay. Swear, if you say willpower.
This isn't a memory thing. I want you to, or like, recalling something. I don't know what that would exactly be.
I guess just a straight, like, intellect check?
Sure. 2 purple.
Okay. This is 2 green, so... 1 success.
Okay. So you go in there, he mostly doesn't even acknowledge that you're there, and you see over shoulder the fragments of the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And something in your memory kind of latches on to the pattern as he slowly scooches the crystals into a tighter and tighter and tighter formation. Mm-hmm. There is a certain... Something about it reminds you of a kyber crystal formation that you've seen before.
Mm-hmm. Am I able to, like, Am I able to, like, fix the pattern or change it to make it correct or something like that?
No. It's not that you don't think that he's, like, figuring it out. It's just it's part of a process.
Mm-hmm. Because
it's starting to look more and more like the crystal formation that was in Rethieve's briefcase.
Oh. That... Huh. That doesn't look like the crystal formation that it came from originally. I mean... That looks like a different one that I've seen.
I'm just listening and trying to figure out what it wants and what I can do to help. This is... It's quieter right now.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I can hear it. I can hear it screaming and yelling.
Is there anything that I can do to fix it?
No.
Okay. Why would it want to be different than it started off?
I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. I'm just trying to help it.
Okay. I'm gonna get your comms from Remy. I'll send you my contact info if you think of anything that you need. But I know it must kind of hurt to be around me, so I'll just go. Good luck.
Doesn't say a word.
She leaves. She goes and, like, gets his comm number and sends a message.
Okay.
It is a voice message. She doesn't text.
You saw what kind of trouble that got you into last time.
Mm. But also he can't see, so...
Alright. Yeah, you guys set off to Julius. Anything you want to do that chunk of time?
Need to go check to see if the armor plating for the captain is done.
I mean, before you get there.
Oh. No.
Yeah, probably just... Kamaya is kind of sitting by herself and thinking about that Jedi mantra again.
Okay, you start coming into Julius. You push through the incredibly dense asteroid field, and you see the blue star that backlights Julius Space Station. You come in, you land in their landing bay, and it's, for the most part, pretty quiet. It's less people than you typically see here. Not a whole bunch of hustle and bustle. Everything's kind of calm.
Okay.
Chohif has a star duffel bag and has that same bag that the crystals were in his hand, like cradled in his hand close to his body. And after you guys have landed, he'll, walk down the ramp.
Oh, do we have any credits to give him?
Sure. I can give him some credits. I was trying to remember the girls... I was trying to remember the... who is it? Not Nala. What's her name?
The character Bobby plays?
Yeah.
Oh, Ushal? Ushal Mortov?
Yep. I was gonna tell him... Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
I was gonna tell him to stay away from her. And, let's see.
And if you still like working with tech, get in touch with Notch.
How many credits should we give him?
I don't know how many we have.
We have...
like a bunch, right?
Yeah, we have a good amount. Should we give him like 2,000?
Sure. That should hold him
that's
for
good.
a while until he can find a job.
Alright. Alright, Joe Hiff, here you go. Here's some credits to get you started. stay away from this woman called Ushaw. She's no good. Yeah. Let us know if you need anything.
Thanks. Good luck.
Yeah, you too.
And he will, extend a legitimate handshake out to S4.
S4M will shake his hand. Follow the path, Mr. Chohiv.
Takes us where we need to be.
That is right.
And he'll walk off.
Alright, well, that was something. I don't know if it was good or bad, but at least he's not stuck being extorted anymore, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully he finds his way. Alright, let's see what we can do to maybe turn this tide.
Alright.
Maybe we should have a meeting.
Okay.
Crew meeting and get a plan.
The conference room is now free, Captain.
Sounds good.
Okay. We go into the
All right.
conference room.
Alright,
All right.
Mom, the Gonk Droid, and S4M are all there.
Didn't know you were part of the crew, and I've never seen you before, so that's good. Anyway,
Oh, the Gonk Droid? Did you think he was part of the cargo?
literally never seen that droid before.
He's been sitting in the cargo bay, Captain. He hasn't been needed. He is a Gonk Droid. I know, right?
Anyway, we have to make a decision. Are we gonna try and help Ushaw with the heist, or not? I think it would be best not, because we would then need to find another asteroid to use. I think we're running out of time.
Ito, how long is it going to take us to get from here to the location of the battle?
A day and a half.
And how many days do we have?
Currently 9.
9 days. Okay. How far is Julius Station from the planet where they want to do the heist?
Coruscant, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
About 2
Yes, it
days.
was.
The Julius is very edge space, and Coruscant is dead in the middle.
All right. And how far from that to the battle?
About 2.5.
But 2.5. Okay.
It's possible. It's tight.
It's pretty tight. Technically, we can do it. Time crunch is pretty tight. I know we can make it, but any damage to anything, and gosh, we'd miss it. Not that it wouldn't be real nice to have a gigantic asteroid to throw at one of their ships.
Right. And the way I understand it, that's basically the only part of it that would be helpful. Is that right, S4?
Other than the fact that it is a prototype starfighter, yes, Captain.
I know we had figured out at least some of the weapons on that ship. Which weapons had we determined that it had? There was one really interesting one.
It had missiles.
It had missiles.
And I don't remember. I think there either are 1 or 2 or none left.
Oh, okay.
I think you might have broken some of those.
Oh, okay. Now I vaguely remember.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it does have a missile. Well, besides that asteroid, the ship has about a missile to it, if I remember, and not much else. not much of a starfighter at the moment. Unless Ushal's already fixed it up.
So, what are you proposing? What do you suggest?
I mean, I love that ship. But, Atheon's got a bit more firepower, and she's pretty agile. I can do a lot with her. Starfighter's smaller, though. I could cut through the battle easier. Just dart around and, if nobody hit me.
Do something fast and stupid.
Were you listening to my conversation?
No. S4 wouldn't say that.
I like that ship, but I think right now, I think we need the Atheon.
Alright, S4?
We could try to acquire the ship from Ushal, one way or the other. Either purchase it from it after the completion of the job using our portion of the take, or try to steal the vessel during the operation. I think having another option to attack whoever our enemies are at the time, or whoever is left at the time, is worth the investment. I say we try to acquire the ship.
Right. I tend to agree with that. The other part of it is going to be knowing exactly, assuming we can get the ship and the asteroid, which would make it the most useful, is going to be the timing, knowing exactly when to strike.
That is correct. My proposal is that we, in fact, go ahead with the heist, and we use our portion to either purchase the ship, or pay someone to fly it for us, and drop off the asteroid at our target. That way, Kamaya does not have to be away from the Atheon.
That's a good idea. But I thought these asteroids were rare. You're saying we can find another one so quickly?
I mean, Julia Station is literally an asteroid field, so...
That is something we could look into while we are here, Captain. If we can target another asteroid, then waiting until after we've done the job is worthwhile. If not, then we need to steal the ship.
Alright. So we need to find an asteroid, and quickly.
I would like to think there have been already made surveys, at least of this asteroid field. Finding them might be difficult, though.
If Ushal had already planned to, she probably already did that work. You've got the information from her heist, right?
Yes, but she only acquired one, and once they found one, they stopped searching.
It's a place to start.
That is true.
Okay, do you want to make a roll to investigate that information?
Just based off the information you have, S4, you can go through it, and you find that it took them like a good little while to try and find an asteroid that had a pretty...
The correct mineral content?
It was mostly the exact same mineral content, because you know that while you could pull any kind of space debris, you're kind of rolling the dice depending on like what minerals were there and how they react to being superheated and then super cooled, and then
Well, a lot of that had to do with the atmosphere entry, didn't it?
That is correct. So if you wanted to figure out, if you wanted to try and apply it with new parameters and then scan it, then that might take you a day and be a few rolls.
Okay, I'm fine with working on that if somebody else wants to go and get the captain's armor.
We need another pilot, that's what we need.
Well, that's why I did suggest hiring one of the existing pilots for the group, but that's only going to work if we can find the asteroid that we want. Hopefully it'll have the correct... Hopefully I can find one that has the right composition to just fling into a ship. I'm concerned, like, the shields on the ship might just bounce it off of them. So we'd have to wait until... That's my supposition. So we're going to have to wait until something has taken down whatever our target's shields are, and then we hurl this thing at them.
Right. Well, I was thinking either mid-combat or at the end of combat.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the end of combat would be best, right? Or towards the end, when it looks like one side's about to win, then freaking drop the meteor in there.
Someone, yeah. I kind of like the idea of we hold on to it until we have a good shot at a target, and then we just absolutely one-shot whatever it is.
I mean, really, the defense force shouldn't try to jump in until it's near the end, and somebody
right.
is...
That's true. They should be waiting until after, both sides have duked it out for a while, and both sides are pretty beaten up. And then I think we throw in the asteroid, and then the New Republic Defense Force shows up.
Right.
And finishes off what's left.
Okay, so we need to find that asteroid. And I guess I'll go check on the armor. What else do we need to do while we're here?
Nothing else official.
Maybe find a pilot. Another pilot. A second pilot.
A crazy pilot?
For S4's plan to work.
Ooh, I text Blip.
Nah, he's busy.
Aww.
And is Rethiev a pilot?
Yeah. He's on the heist job, though.
Right. Yeah. So, never mind. He's already spoken for.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's see what we can do about finding the asteroid. The right kind of asteroid to throw it at.
But S4's plan would have us go through with the heist.
That is correct.
Then get the ship, then get the asteroid. Ow.
Alright, thing one. What's the first thing?
Armor, obviously. We need to see if the armor is completed.
Alright. Remy will...
Shop!
do some shopping, yep.
Yeah. The armor is ready. He was not a voiced NPC last time, so he's not a voiced NPC this time.
Consistency, that's the key.
This was a note from S4, so... let me see.
S4 took care of this off screen, so...
Yeah. Because I hadn't given you stats, did I?
No.
Okay.
So, in other news, I think I'm... I was really against getting any of these other streaming services, but I think I may have to get the Disney Plus one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff on there.
What do they have on Disney Plus?
Well, they're doing all kind of stuff.
The new Star Wars TV show, The Mandalorian, and the animated one.
Mm.
They're doing a Hawkeye one. They're doing a Blade series.
Wow.
It's going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think, has one. Do I not have armor?
Anyway, sorry. Side note, but
yeah,
whatever. You can edit. That's a quick edit out. Snip, snip.
I mean, it's almost on. It's kind of on brand, almost.
Because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Disney Plus.
Oh God!
No, it isn't.
I wish. Oh.
But if Disney Plus would like to sponsor us, we absolutely will take that sponsorship.
Okay, Remy, tell me the stats of your current armor. So you just got him a chest piece? Is that what you got him?
I don't think we actually discussed what we got him.
I mean, a chest piece would be cool.
That makes a lot of sense. Either that or something made out of a bunch of plates.
But he wouldn't wear gloves and a helmet and boots and stuff like that, right?
We brought them a bunch of plates. They may not have used them all. If they made a chest piece like a breastplate, I think that makes sense.
All right, tell me the
you okay
stats
with that,
of your...
Remy?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So it's Defense 2. It's still Soak 1. Encumbrance 4. Hit points 3. And the rarity is 10.
I started to complain about the HP, and then I realized that's never come up, so I don't know what it even means.
Against lightsabers, it reduces the critical table by 10. So I'm looking at this massive table of armor, and they don't get very high. I'm essentially giving you the stats for the Temple Guard armor. There's like one or two things. There are a few things that are better than that, but they're all power armor. So I think that's pretty good.
Question.
Yeah.
This is a chest piece, right?
Yeah.
My other one was basically my leather jacket thing.
Yeah.
So can I wear both?
It wouldn't like you can wear them both. I don't think it would stack.
It would be aesthetic.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's less good.
Right. So, all right, shopping's done. What's next?
How long were you planning to be on Julius?
Probably not long.
Alright. Do we need to talk to Ushal?
Yeah. Well,
You want to do the science rolls first?
yeah, because we need to find that. Yeah, we do, because we need to find that. We need to know if we can find an asteroid first. Otherwise, that's going to change things.
All right. So, thing one. Do you want to keep the parameters they were using, or do you want to add in new parameters?
So we don't actually need the type of asteroid that they wanted, because that was specifically designed to burn up in the atmosphere and create an EMP effect.
Yeah.
What I think we need is just a solid asteroid that we can use to throw at a ship once its shields are down.
Okay.
Unless there's some type of mineral composition that I could figure out that would actually allow the asteroid to penetrate a shield. That would be spectacularly cool. That'd be a hell of an opening shot.
Yeah. So, that would be a...
Barring that, just a big asteroid.
There's not a science.
Astrogation?
Okay, so you can do either...
It's melee. It's definitely melee.
I think you can just use computers, because you're going to science it.
Okay. And how horribly difficult is this?
It's going to be hard.
Right, so 3.
You have no experience with any of this, right?
No, but we do have the existing search parameters and locations. Is that worth a blue die?
You need something better than that, because they know what they wanted, and you want something different.
Okay. Alright. So is it just that then?
Mm-hmm.
Boop. 4 successes, 2 threats.
Okay. So you're able to determine that what you need to be looking for is a... You could do 2 different ways. You could have an asteroid that has a certain kind of marbling of different minerals, and then that way, once it'll get superheated, and then once it makes impact, it could explode or break apart in a way that's very helpful. Or you get a very small, incredibly dense, very pure one that has a chance of getting through the shields and then directly impacting the hull.
There's a lot of if on this whole plan.
Uh-huh.
Well, as much as the shield penetration would be neat, I think the sure shot once the shield is down is probably better. What do y'all think?
Sure, let's hook a giant rock at him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we will not try to use the shield penetrator one, because we're not sure that that's going to work.
Okay.
S4M doesn't like the probabilities, so he has identified a target asteroid that he thinks would work as a giant slug.
You've determined the type you need to find. Now you have to find it.
So we actually need to find one.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
I'm going to use a dark side.
Okay. There's
So-
not one in the station or in the area around Julius.
So you're going to need to give me a... This one I'll do astrogation for this one.
Okay. That makes sense.
So it's going to be a red, a purple, and a black.
All right. Anything we can think of to add to this? Not that I can really think of at the moment.
No, I don't think so.
For every 3 hours you want to sink into it, I'll give you a blue die.
Yeah, I'll drop 6 hours on this.
Okay, 2 blue die.
So 5 minutes. Got it. Been using that joke too much today.
It'll be over multiple episodes, it's fine.
3 successes, 3 advantages.
Okay. Yeah, you think you find a suitable asteroid that is... You know what? You do not find the suitable asteroid, you find something else. You find a suitable comet.
Oh. That means we have to intercept it and grab it.
That sounds fun.
That sounds stupid and fast. Nobody will be interested in doing this.
Technically, in relative spatial reasoning, it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Because once you get up to speed,
it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. But you find a comet that has a pretty good
composition.
Good composition, but also expresses its own sublimation atmosphere.
Oh, goody gumdrop.
So it has a massive tail on it, so you think that it'll survive the... that it would actually ignite. The atmosphere that it's emitting would ignite.
And might actually create the EMP effect?
It might.
If not, it's still a really good slug to throw at the ship.
Yeah.
It gonna go boom.
Excellent. Alright, well, then y'all need to catch up with 6 hours, because at the end of the 6 hours, S4M will relay to the captain that he's found what he's looking for.
Yeah, if y'all aren't careful, Kamaya's gonna get bored and go get drunk.
Alright, so... Yeah. So, I guess we were just waiting to find the asteroid before we talked to Ushal. Now we found it.
Yeah.
We can proceed with the heist.
Yeah. We've got 6 hours to kill, then S4 gets in touch with us and says he's found it. Kamaya's hanging out with Notch at the time.
Alright. You have a pretty cool brunch / rave afternoon with Notch. He's a DJ. I don't know if you knew this.
He's ridiculous. This is great.
He'll talk. Do you tell him all about the stuff, or do you talk to him? Do you talk to him about work? Is that what this relationship is? Do you talk to him about work?
I think probably not. It's not so much what that relationship is, but she might bring up Chohif in just kind of a ooh, that's a lot of thunder.
Yeah, that's a lot of thunder.
She might bring up Chohif just in sort of a, I've got this friend, he was until recently on Segura, he did this kind of job, if he, pokes his head around, kind of look out for him, and,
yeah, I mean, hey babe, this is, this is a fluid thing, I don't mind you talking, it sounds like a nice guy, has some qualities he might be into, I'm fine with that.
Not like that.
Oh.
He doesn't actually like me that much, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, I don't know what you see in him.
Sons of... Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a brunch rave.
Yeah.
Pass the eggs.
Then Kamaya realizes that Notch is a ridiculous person, but that's not really a downside for her.
But you know what? You know
this
what?
is great.
But you know what your motto is? Do something
Fast
and
and stupid. Yep. 6 hours later, I think I got married.
What's that about grapefruit? So yeah, it comes over the comms. The S4 has completed all of his computations.
What? There's just noise going on. She texts. What?
I have completed my calculations.
Oh, okay. We good?
Yes.
What now?
Return to ship.
She just kind of puts her comm back in her pocket. Ugh, I gotta go back to work.
Okay.
She leaves.
That is what this relationship is.
That is what this relationship is. It's not particularly deep.
Everybody's back in the room together.
Yep. Alright, S4, tell us what you got.
I have located a suitable comet, Captain. The comet may even be capable of burning up in its own atmosphere and causing the EMP effect.
Ooh, what's the comet's name?
I think it just has a number, right?
It's Star Wars. It might actually have a name.
Jeffrey.
No. That's a spider.
That's a spider. That's an inside joke, spider.
It's a very inside joke. This episode brought to you by my Skyrim game.
Which is not a show. Don't look it up. It doesn't exist.
No, it's not actually a show.
Somebody out there is like, ooh. Like, no.
We just pretend that it's a show.
We do just pretend that's a show.
A role-playing game based off of licensed material? No. So yeah, what's it called?
TK421, because it's not at its post. It keeps moving around.
Alright, you gotta remember that, though. You do know that there is a small planet with the, below star travel indigenous life that they do worship this comet as a god, so...
I'm not going to mention that.
Well, then that's not a problem for us.
Nope. Although I know where we could go next.
Their god is about to defeat a Sith Lord, so, you know.
That's pretty badass, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Pretty bad shebs. Pretty bad shebs. I don't know, what do we want to name the comet?
No, I like that. TK421. That's
Oh,
perfect.
God. The Empire renamed
It can just be called TK.
I like the, I like the...
You liked the Star Wars
number on it.
joke? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, TK421 it is.
Yeah, go ahead. You can do your...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be monologuing.
We need exposition, please.
The comet is designated TK421. It is located here, and I point on the galactic map. We could intercept it here, here, and here within the allotted time. However, we do need to be fast about this.
Alright, let's contact Ushal and get this party started.
Do you wish to discuss the possibility of purchasing the ship when we have completed the job?
Yes.
Well, that would be up to you, Captain. I am just a droid. Beep, boop.
Right.
He says beep boop.
Yeah, that's for him. Will actually say beep boop. Not
So-
actually
Okay.
make the sound.
Just making sure. The
I can
plan
just...
at the
Yep.
moment is to do the heist, the Galactic Bank heist with Ushal,
Yep.
and then try and buy the ship and then use a different asteroid for the attack.
Correct.
Cool. All right.
We're getting the gang back together.
Alright, I'm gonna need prep on as to how Ushal feels about some of this.
Do you want to do that next time? Or do you want to keep
Next
going?
time on Dragon Ball Star Wars.
We'll pick up. We'll pick up at the Ushal point. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before you get to like the front door of Ushal, with Ushal?
Let me think.
It is starting to like thunder more and more.
Yeah.
S4M would like to go and have another maintenance and bath at Notch's place.
Yeah!
He's gonna get all cleaned up nice for the you know.
Notch himself is still at the brunch rave.
The brunch rave.
Oh,
well,
he's excited to see you. No, he'll get back.
He comes back.
Yeah.
It had to have been 6... Well, yeah, I was going to say it was 6 hours later, but that was after brunch, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. I was still at the brunch rave.
You were still at brunch, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Alright, well, yes, S4M will come back.
Go back to Notch's pavilion?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if it's Notch there with me, then I'm going to actually talk to Notch.
Yeah, you can. Notch is happy to see you. You gave Notch some great information.
Yes, but I think he thought Kamaya did it. Or did he wise up?
He's a smart guy. He probably figured out.
He's talked to Kamaya.
She does not know how to...
An amount.
She's not that
then.
smart. To be fair, they haven't done that much talking.
Yes.
Yeah, but like...
it didn't take a lot.
Notch is almost like me with movie references. Everything is equated to electronics and computers.
Uh-huh.
Alright, yeah, so you go up to the pavilion. You know, Notch is up those flight of stairs in the middle of the store, this massive store of spy equipment and gadgets and computers and, you know... There he is, no shirt, fur coat, bare feet, leather pants?
Tight leather pants.
Tight. Is that a nickel from 1984?
Like painted on, yes. Painted on.
Yeah.
Alright, so S4M is here to have a bath and a checkup and to talk to Notch about something important.
Yeah, he'll walk down the stairs and greet you as you come up.
Greetings,
Look
Mr.
who
Notch.
it is.
S4M does a 360 with his head. He's
the most famous droid in the New Republic Defense Force. Wink.
You are not very good at subtle, are you, Mr. Notch?
No.
Okay. Would you mind if we went into the back? There's something I wanted to discuss with you while I'm being cleaned.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, he'll walk with you. So, and he puts an arm around you as you walk.
All right, I'm not going to stop him.
He'll slap your chest and be like, "So, how's it feel to be being a papa?"
That is actually what I wanted to discuss with you, Mr. Notch.
Oh, okay.
I have the potential opportunity to recover my children, as you put it.
Oh, the good old.
I would like your
1.1s,
assistance with that. Yes, I would like your assistance with that. I need to be able to broadcast to them, because they will be in a different ship.
Mm.
And I need them to be able to escape that ship before it is almost certainly destroyed.
Interesting.
Can you assist with this? There are credits.
So, you want to be able to broadcast onto a...
Let's say, for the sake of argument, they're in, I don't know, a Star Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
And they represent the vast majority of the medical droids on said Star Destroyer. And I need them to be able to escape and be recovered by me later. I dislike, for some reason, the idea of my children getting blown up.
Oh, look at you. And he does that thing where people like punch you, like kind of slow-mo punch you.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
On the chin.
Okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah. Just
it's like if he punches me in the shoulder, that's going to hurt. It's not going to hurt me.
Okay.
And then S4M does one of those things that I think he does as a creepy droid by accident. He says something that seems nice and then goes one step too far.
I wish to be able to dissect them so I can figure out how this happened.
I mean, as not being a father myself, I don't know if that's...
That he knows of.
You hear Kamaya 2.5 miles away that he knows of. What the fuck was that? Notch looks like someone just walked over his grave.
Yes, S4M just walks past Kamaya's room.
Kamaya, are you pregnant?
Do
you realize?
No.
Do you realize you're producing way more body heat than you should be?
This is upsetting.
Notch gets pale.
I'm picking up multiple heartbeats.
Oh god!
That's way better. You're right. S4M does a double take as he walks by Kamaya's room.
Wait a tick. Come on, I believe you're about to have a pregnancy in 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
3.
yeah. 1, 2, 3 heartbeats.
Alright.
This episode brought to you by the letter 3.
And mothers.
Alright. So, you need to broadcast aggressively, penetrate their defenses onto a Star Destroyer. Not a Super Star Destroyer?
Not a Super Star Destroyer.
Imperial or Order?
First Order.
Not impossible. And you need open communication or just a data dump?
I believe I simply need a data dump. One way should suffice. I need to give them instructions and coordinates, and they should be able to access the escape pods themselves. Oh, I might need to be able to give them the codes to do that, actually. I'm not sure if they'd normally be able to escape on their own. It is a problem. And not one I may have time to deal with myself. We are short on time, Mr. Notch.
Are you familiar?
My children are depending on you.
Hand on Notch's shoulder.
Are you familiar with the Blurpenblats on Rigel 2 2/3?
Processing.
Sorry, I think that's in the Hitchhiker's Guide universe. This is in the Star Wars universe.
It's next door.
Negative, I am not familiar.
So what they do is they have this massive, like, thousands and thousands clutch of children that they lay in this local.
Are they insectoids? It's
Kinda?
not important. Please continue.
They lay this clutch in a mouth of an open volcano. And the trick is, for the young to survive, they have to make their way to the Arctic region of that planet.
Right.
And rather than have them all go the same way, they just have these... They go in every single way and do their best, and only a handful get to the other side of the planet.
Ah, that is acceptable.
So...
Are we talking 70-80% casualty rate?
Yeah.
Yes, that seems acceptable.
So what we could do is, rather than tell them all to go one avenue of getting off the ship...
They all try different ones. I like it.
They are your programming. I mean, I know as just
they would think as I would
droid.
under the circumstances.
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of medical emergencies, but that is all right.
So maybe a directive rather than a,
All right. I like the way you think, Mr. Notch.
Is it possible to get their shields down? Because we can set a data missile spike, and once it impacts the First Order, every friggin' sheet of toilet paper they have on there is set up for Wi-Fi, effectively, right? So if we hit them with a data spike on the end of a missile, once it makes impact with the hull, we should be able to send a small burst. And your little 1.1s will still be networked, right?
We would need a missile launcher.
Yeah.
There's no way to do this over the sub-frequencies?
They're pretty good about that. If it was older Imperial stuff, yeah, totally. Like, yeah.
But it isn't.
No. From what I heard, after some flyboy was able to just literally calm the Super Star Destroyers, they don't do that anymore. It's all automated.
All right. Luckily, someone has put an abomination of 3 missiles onto the ship.
Oh, okay.
We could augment one of the warheads.
Yeah, we can start whipping that up. We got a few guys in fabrication.
Mr. Notch, could you look at something for me?
And I open the chest cavity and try to indicate where the thing Chohif messed with was.
Is there anything here?
He pulls out a tool and starts running what seems like a fine pick across the internals.
Mhm.
It's perfectly smooth.
Thank you.
And then he will sit and talk to Notch for a little bit longer about the details, but I think that's all I wanted to talk to him about.
Thanks for listening. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster, or on Twitter at morality_plays. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a review on iTunes. And visit our Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. No Match for a Blaster is a podcast by Morality Plays. Star Wars, Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny are made by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Our theme is by Kevin MacLeod. Sound effects by Tristan Logren, Vedas, and Akimov. I would like to thank my amazing GM Ito, as well as the other players. Brandon playing Remy Drobash, and Gerald playing S4M3L. And of course, I'd like to thank you, our listeners. We'll see you again soon, in a galaxy far, far away.